Okay, hey everybody. I have done something, well, you saw the thumbnail. It's not clickbait, and, anyways, I've done something that gets me questioning, what have I done and why? I'm sure you're thinking the same thing. You're probably thinking it's clickbait and it's not really that way. But you all seen my review of my tanks or my fish room tour, fish house tour, or whatever. If you haven't, it's I think my last video that I made. But I've made a few changes, like this set of tanks here. It was in the other room, but I just moved it in here. That's it. So you've seen all of my tanks pretty much have fish in them, and it's really tight quarters. So if you didn't see the thumbnail somehow, what have I done? I've bought a whole pet store. Well, not a whole pet store. Just all the freshwater fish that he has. Alright, so how did this come about? No, I'm not one of these YouTubers that go in and is like, oh, let's buy all of PetSmart's betas. It's not just betas. It's not just goldfish or baby fish or all this stuff that I see out there of people saying that they went in and bought all the betas from Walmart or something. No, it's everything, all the freshwater fish in a store. It came about that a local pet store decided that he wants to go a different direction, and he's closing down his pet store. And he contacted me, knowing that I've had a pet store before, and that I'm into the hobby, and that I keep fish, and I'm fish tank crazy, and basically said, hey, I'm closing down my store. Do you want to buy all my fish? And not thinking about it, I said, sure. So yeah, I stayed up practically all night last night trying to figure out where to put the things. And now the sun has just come up and I'm back up trying to figure out where to put the things. And we'll be going here in a minute. Well, to you it'll be just a minute, but to me it'll be a couple hours for the drive to go pick up the fish. And I don't know if I get to video there or not, but if not, you'll see when I get back to the house what I wound up with, and we'll talk about it then. All right. I'm a little excited, nervous, anxious. All right. Be back in a minute. All right, I'm back from the pet store. I got all the fish that he had, and I didn't get the video there. That multiple reasons, but there wouldn't be much to video anyways, because he had, I guess when I told him I was on my way, he went ahead and took the fish out of the tanks, bagged them up, and he bagged them up a little heavier, quite a bit heavier than I would have done it, and so being able to see what's in there will be difficult. See some snakeskin gouramis, some plecos, looks like some tetras maybe, but
this whole thing here. More Grammies. 10 full barb looks like. Some rainbows, another pleco. Dojo Loach. Looks like some Serpe Tetras. But I'm going to go ahead and unbag these and get them out of these bags because it was a little bit of a drive, and piling that many fish into these bags together. And he's got stuff together, like we got some peacocks, some babunas, looks like a red devil, a couple red devils in there. Got stuff together that I wouldn't necessarily put together. I know somewhere in here there's a bag of tiger barbs in with stuff I definitely wouldn't put tiger barbs with. There we've got some, I think those are either convicts or Jack Dempsey's, red devils, plecos. Alright, so I'm going to unbag these and see what I did end up with, and I'll get back. Wow, okay, so it has been probably 4 hours since I got home with the fish. I took and got them all out of the bags, sorted them as to what they were, what species they were, rebagged them up to acclimate them because some of them were in, I rebagged them in new water, and that way I could sort them into which tanks they were going to get quarantine in, because some of them were with fish that I wasn't comfortable keeping them with, like tiger barbs in with some smaller Danios and stuff. They might have been fine. The Danios may have swam fast enough to not get bothered by the tiger barbs, but there was some small Central American cichlids, like some baby red devils in with some Malawi cichlids, and I just didn't want to do that. Different stuff. Had like dojo loaches in with Central American cichlids, and anyways, so I sorted them all out and bagged them up by species and floated them in the tank so I could kind of get an idea of what I had, and took inventory of what I was supposed to have gotten and what I did get, and where they were going and who could go together and who needed special medications and who didn't. And overall, I only lost so far 4 fish, and I'm not that good on African cichlids as far as what they are and stuff, but from what I can tell, I've got a handful of peacocks and Mabuna. I've got tetras, Danios, plecos, ottos, upside down catfish, rainbows. Altogether, from what I could gather, there was over 33 different species. And so what I did, I'll just explain to you what I did to set the quarantine tanks for them. I had some tanks sitting around. I had been planning on taking all the tanks out of the closet. If you didn't know, I had tanks in my closet, and I had some 10 gallons and some 20 gallons in my closet, and I was going to break those down and redistribute the fish throughout the house. Well, I set them back up, and then I also set up like a temporary stand to hold, let's see what we got on it, four different tanks, and then I've got a couple of those like Rubbermaid totes that that I've put water in. Also got the filters in them, and got all the fish sorted out that way. So here we are with day one. At least, you know, because I don't know all the different species on the Malawis, at least 33 new species brought in, and a couple of, you know, besides the Malawis, there's a couple of them that I wasn't quite sure because they had lost color, and a couple of them had colored up a little differently because of the stress of the travel. But I got a couple fish that was on the list of what I thought I was going to get that weren't there, but that's okay because there's quite a few more that came that I got that weren't on the list. So why in the world did I get all these fish? What am I going to do with all these fish? If you know, leave it in the comments below so that I'll know too. I don't know. Fish addiction, I guess. But we'll have some fun with them. Got some species that I had been interested in and looking into. Like I'd been thinking about getting some red devils. I got a few of those. They're not exactly the color patterns and stuff that I was interested in, but you know, maybe I'll keep them. Maybe I'll trade them off for the colors I do like. I got some dojo loaches, and was interested in those, another cool water species, and yeah. So let me know in the comments, you know, how crazy you think I am or whatnot. I don't know. At this point, it's overwhelming to me because I've counted all the fish, inspected all the fish, sorted them. It was like Christmas going through all those bags of fish and saying, oh, what's this one? Oh, what's that one? I got some species that I haven't had in quite a while. I get to work with them for a little bit. And, you know, stay tuned and we'll see what happens with them down the road. Later.